Happy New Year, everyone. We are having a tarot party. I'm going to pull a card for each astrological sign. Welcome. Welcome. Just going to let people join. I'll hang out here for a second. It seems there are a fair number of you showing up today, which I love. It's really cuckoo weather here right now. It's really stormy and ugh. So I think a lot of people are just hanging out. Hey, Christine. Hey, Prue. Hey, Wendy. Oh, yay. Hey, everyone, say in the comments where you're coming in from. I love to see where everyone is at. Happy New Year. P.S. I'm in pajamas. They're my fancy velvet ones with red piping, and I do have matching lipstick and mascara. So I'm trying to walk the line between cozy, comfy, staying in, and, you know, making a bit of an effort for y'all. So, you know, however you are showing up is perfect. I have a little candle lit. Can't really see that it's lit, but I'm going to post after a funny story about this candle. I'm not going to tell you all here. It's ridiculous what happened. Hudson Valley. Oh, I know Hudson Valley. I know that area. And LA, of course. Australia, amazing. Oshawa, love it. Dundas, peeps close to home. A cabin near Ghost Lake. Oh my God, I almost read that as a ghost cabin. I was like, what? Yeah, wonderful. Hi. Okay, here's what I thought we'd do is, you know, I got nowhere to be. I did take a 3-hour nap on my new couch, which was pretty spectacular nap. So I am good to go. Oh, damn, someone's in the hot tub under the full moon. I love it. Brooklyn, Iceland. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're going to pull a card for each sign, and then I might just randomly pull a couple of cards for people. I'm not going to be able to pull a card for every person, okay? Because I will have you here for hours if I try and do that. But we can pull a couple of cards. Fun. Okay, so I don't know. Should we just get right into it? Let's get right into it. Okay, I'm going to, and y'all keep me on track for which sign I'm at too, because I get very, I don't have, that's how everyone knows a full reading with me is confidential, because I don't have the capacity to keep the information. It goes whoop, whoop, in and out. So if I miss a sign, let me know. But I think I'll be okay. All right. Oh, Wendy, I'm going to pull a card for you and send it after. Thank you for reminding me. But I had a nap and forgot, to be honest. It just kind of, the day slipped away. And then I had to finish my soul board because I was telling everyone, try and get it done before New Year's. And then mine was not finished yet. So I finished the ripping out, and then I'm going to do all the, and did the download write-ups, and then I'm going to put it all together tomorrow. Okay. Oh, you had a reading a few years ago, lost the recording. Sorry, babe. It's gone because the recordings are only kept for 30 days because we just don't have the, I mean, it's a lot of memory to take, or data, whatever, interwebs, you know what I mean? It takes up a lot of space. So they're only kept for 30 days. But P.S., if you had a reading years ago, then it's time for another reading. I'm not even saying necessarily with me, but even if you heard it, it might be nice to reflect back. But in terms of the information, if it was a reading of mine, it's not like years ago. Stuff has changed. Things have happened. So, yeah. So you're not missing out on much. So I'm saying, do I have lipstick? Anyway. All right. Hey, Monica. Happy almost New Year. Oh, love it. And Ruth, we got everyone's all over the place. Okay, so let's see what we need to know. Okay, I'm going to start, girl, you and me both, Monica. Hey, if anyone hasn't seen it, there's an article that my friend Monica wrote for the cut. Put it in the comment, Monica, if you have it handy. Put the comment to your article. She did this article on why the epidemic really of people, specifically women, quitting their marriages after a certain age around menopause. And I feel like I could have done a whole feature with her on that. But yeah, it's a really good article, and it went really viral. It's like sparked something in the zeitgeist. It's a really good read, so I encourage you all to read it. Anyway, let's start with Aries. I'm like, what the hell? Where do we start? We're going to start with Aries. Let's see. here's what I'm going to do is just, what do we need? No, hold on. Let me start again. I've never done this. When I do this for the monthly tarot scopes, I always think of the sign as I'm shuffling, and I didn't do that right now, so I'm going to do it. I'm thinking of Aries. Also, if you want, go to my YouTube channel, just look up Lori Deanne or Tarot Lori, just Google it, or the link's in my bio as well. I do monthly tarot scopes on YouTube that you can't get on Instagram. And also, if you want to sign up for my newsletter, P.S. also, now that I'm doing the whole spiel, going to France at the end of May and Italy beginning of June to co-facilitate retreats there, and would love to see you there. So if you're interested, DM me your email address or go on my website and sign up for the newsletter so that you get information about it. And my tarot intensive starts in March. Applications are open in January. You can sign up to get info on that too. Don't put it in a comment here because I won't see it. Okay, anyway, let's see. Aries. Cut the deck. All right. What does Aries need to know for 2026? And say who you are. If you're if you're an Aries, pop it down in the pop it in the comments. If I hit your sign, sun, moon, rising too, consider this, right? Because your sun is like what you're working towards in your lifetime. That's the energy of it. Your rising sign is how you show up in the world. That's when you read your horoscope. I always read my rising, which is Sagittarius, which I relate to a lot more than my sun sign of Taurus. But Taurus is something, i.e. a sofa, trying to make a home here that I'm working towards. And then I have a Cancer moon. So your moon as well is more sort of your inner work, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel healed and whole. And so depending on how Aries shows up in your chart, you can consider that with this message. Okay, Aries, let's do it. High Priestess, she's your inner witch. This is dreams and hunches and intuition. This is the little voice that we often ignore and then look back and go, why didn't I listen to the voice? It's asking you to get proactive instead of reactive with that little voice. So if you feel compelled to go this way instead of that way, or if you feel a certain way about a person, acknowledge it. You don't have to act on it, but at least give it space. And the more you start to recognize, listen to, most importantly, trust that little voice, the more often it's going to show up and the bigger of an impact it will have. All right. So tap into that intuition more. Honestly, tap into it. Trust it more. We often have no problem tapping into it, but it's the trusting of it, right? And here's something you can, I got goosies, just what I'm about to say. It's going to land. People often can't figure out how to discern when something is intuitive versus, fear or something like that. Just remember that when it's something ego-based, it's often, drenched in fear, shame, time sensitivity, scarcity. It's those angsty kind of lighting a fire under your ass kind of yucky feelings. Intuition is quiet. It's a quiet knowing. It is like a soft murmur. It's just a, gentle nudge, a little hello, 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 rather than So the easiest way to tap into this is to get quiet. Whatever your mindfulness thing is, going for a walk, meditating, yoga, tai chi, journaling, painting, crocheting, whatever lets you to just kind of la 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 la. Doing more of that will help you access this a little bit more. And just remember that your intuition is more of a quiet whisper than a sharp poke. So Aries, however it shows up, let me know if this tracks for you, for your sign. And Lisa, I did see what you said about me being super Taurus through and through. I'm working on it. I'm more Taurus than I've been. I never connected with it growing up that much. I mean, okay, the being prone to some laziness and sometimes getting slow to get going on something. I enjoy good food too and lush surroundings, but I never cultivated that. I never felt that was in my wheelhouse. Sagittarius is much more something that I feel is in my bones, showing up in the world with that energy. But Taurus is something I'm working towards, i.e. my gorgeous couch, which I have to tell you, the ottoman is the size of my car. I got to get rid of the ottoman. I thought it was a chaise thing, and it's a monstrosity. I'm not even going to show you. Anyway, And also, if you love these messages that are showing up and it's not in your chart, like, don't worry about it being like, oh, that's not my card. Like, if this resonates, it's a message you needed to hear. That's the beauty about tarot. It meets you where you're at. All right, so next we're up for Taurus. Why am I not shuffling? Hold on, I'm going to put, now should I leave these cards? No, I'm going to put the card back in. I'm going to put the card back in. That's what I do with the other one too. So we may have repeating cards, but I don't think we will. I don't think I've ever had repeating cards for the monthly tarot scopes on YouTube. P.S. If any of you like my work, can you do me a solid and do an Amazon or Indigo or Barnes & Noble or Goodreads review on my books? You don't even have to have read them. I won't tell anybody. My publisher loves reviews, and I don't have enough of them. I know based on the sales that a lot of people who aren't reviewing have bought it, and I get really nice comments. So I'm thinking for the most part, people are enjoying it. Anyway, if you could, that'd be great. Okay, let's see. What does Taurus need to know for 2026? All right, this is actually, as much as I'm like, I don't know if Taurus really applies to me, and then fucking tarot kicking my ass. The World. The World is one of the luckiest cards in the deck. It is success, completing goals, getting to the mountaintop with your flag, like I friggin' did it. But before you get there, because with these luck cards for me, the luck cards for me are the Sun, the Star, the World, and Wheel of Fortune. And when these luck cards show up, it's not just handing over a bunch of luck. It's saying, here's a lesson you need to learn to help you harness that luck, work with that luck. And the lesson of the World, I think, is it can be really tricky for people, but then once you get used to it, it's fucking delightful. Because it's telling you, here's the world. What are you doing? Are you taking a big juicy bite, or will you shove it in a drawer for 20 years and then be like, oh crap, I had the world, and I missed it. It's reminding you to start before you're ready, because this is not a dress rehearsal. It's your one life in this body in this moment. So go for it. Don't let fears of failure hold you back, because failure is a requirement for success. People fail their way to success every single day. And it's that idea of like, the more you try, the more you fail, the luckier you get, you know? And I always say, it's like when I would take my kids skate. I feel like I fucked up my lipstick. I always tell people when my kids were little, I would always tell them, if you're not on, when I take them for a skating lesson, I would say, if you're not on your butt for half the lesson, you don't get the hot chocolate. You're just standing there. It's not just tolerating the idea of falling on your butt, it's embracing it, because it means you're one step closer. And do you see how reframing failure as being an essential component to success, that is what helps you to harness the luck that's available with this card. So get out there and fall on your ass, Taurus. Don't be scared, because like I said, the more you try and the more you fail, the luckier you get, because failure, it's reframing it as course correction, adapting, learning, growing, evolving. You're getting one step closer. So there you go. The World, Taurus, love it. And keep telling me in the thingies if you're Taurus moon, sun, rising. I don't know if you're really into astrology, if you have like Mercury in Taurus or something. That's cool too. I have a lot of stuff in Taurus. Okay. Now we're thinking, what's next, Gemini? Okay. What does Gemini need to know for 2026? Oh, blessings. We have, oh no, did it freeze? Can you all see me? Someone said it's frozen. Someone give me a hands up that we're good. Maybe it's just the person who's listening. It might be funky. So, Gemini. This card, Temperance, is traditional Tarot 101, which you can take this message as well. Okay, thanks, Wendy. You can take this message as well. It's traditionally a card about balance, having balance between your head, your heart, your gut, having balance between work and play, hot and cold, in and out. For me, it goes in a completely different direction, telling you whether you like it, want it, believe it or not, that whole realm of energy comprised of angels and spirit guides and those who've passed are there for us. Ooh, I'm covered in goosebumps. I know who this is, Lisa. It's many things for many people, but it's telling you that whole realm of energy is there for you. I always use these words. I'm very intentional, like indulgent parents that just want to spoil you rotten and give you everything. But it's not like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost where they come and meddle in your business. You have to invite this energy in and work with it. It's Temperance. And this card in this reading in this moment is an opportunity for that. So if you wanted a sign, There's your sign on a silver platter. And I always tell people, you know, my way of connecting with this energy, everyone has their own ways of doing it, but the temperance way that I do it, I call it the 3 A's of angels: ask, acknowledge, allow. And asking, you're just putting it out there. Go dance naked under the full moon. Talk to grandma while you brush your teeth. Pray on your knees in front of an altar. Whatever works for you. And ask for help healing a part of your body. Guidance on next steps. Get me a good price on a dishwasher. Get me out of this jam. Whatever it is that works for you, do that. And then there's always a call and response, but it's not like us talking or touching. Instead, it's signs, symbols, tingles, feathers, dimes, all that woo-woo stuff you could easily write off. And it's like when you're driving and you get to, you know, you're driving along and you hear a song on the radio and you think, oh my God, these lyrics are like therapy. Or it gives you the goosies because it reminds you of someone who passed. It's that energy going, we're doing it, we're on the case. And you have to acknowledge it and say, I see you, you're doing great, keep it up, because it keeps the channel open. And then the part everyone messes up from time to time, me included, is the most important part, which is the allowing. You know, because when things start going our way and our prayers are being answered and it feels like things are finally happening, we tend to freak out and go, wait, this is weird. When's the other shoe gonna drop? What the hell? What's going on? And the energetic brakes go, and everything that was building and building and building just kind of goes. So you just have to breathe through it. I deserve this. I'm worthy of this. There's enough for everyone. Thank you, thank you. Let's do the next thing on my list, because now I made a list. You know, and it's like when you see a sports movie, there's always the big game at the end of the movie. The clock is ticking down, the player's on the bench like, coach, put me in, I'm ready, I'm ready. That's what this card is doing for you. It's like, come on, let's do this. It's not gonna make things worse, give it a shot. So ask, acknowledge, allow. Especially, I mean, we all need to take this message into account, but especially Gemini. When my ear gets itchy, it's always like, we really need to listen to this. Like it's sort of a sign sometimes. But yeah, oh, Lisa, yeah. It is ask, acknowledge, allow. It is Gemini, but it is also for everybody. So yeah, I can't even remember them. I know you're all are telling each other in the comments, so that's good if people are showing up later. And this also will be for sure saved on my feed on Instagram. I'm going to try and download it as well and put it on YouTube as well. Okay, so... Oh no, we haven't done Libra yet, babe. We are working our way through the thing. Okay, so wait, that was Gemini. So now we're on Cancer. Oh God, it's like a test. All right, this is like I sometimes panic when I have to figure out the months too, and I'm like January, February, March, April. Anyway, okay, so let's focus now. Can y'all hear my dishwasher? Let's focus now on Cancer. All right, Cancer, I'm a Cancer moon, so let's do it. What does Cancer need to know for 2026? Cancer needs to shut their pie hole. Shit. Page of Swords. You see how he's like, why do you want to know? Show me theirs and then I'll show you mine. You know, and he's keeping his cards close. He's being coy. And the Page of Swords is telling you to not be telling people your business if it's not their business, because it could come back and bite you in the ass. And it's not saying something bad will happen, just something bad could happen if there's too much of the yippity yap going on. It could be gossip getting back to someone, or something being announced too soon, or your words being weaponized against you, an idea, an opportunity getting taken out from under you. And it's not necessarily like, bum, 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 super dire. It could be shit-talking, you know, I always use this example, shit-talking your brother-in-law on the phone with a friend in line at the grocery store, and he's like 2 people behind you. It could be that kind of thing. It can be talking about a job with a friend at the lunchroom at work, and someone overhears you, and before you're done lunch, they've gone and applied for your job. You know, just be really discreet with the kind of information you're sharing, and be super discerning with who you share it with, okay? So make sure that you keep that in mind, Cancers. And, you know, the Cancer moon in me, I can sometimes be, I can sometimes struggle with this because I sometimes want to say all the things to all the people when I'm like stressed or anxious. So yeah, good one. All right. Oh, God bless Prue. Leo's next. Thanks, Prue. Whoops. Ooh. Listen, we've got a jumper with Leo. And I'm feeling, sometimes it's just me being sloppy. But I am feeling that this is Leo's card. Yes, yes, yes. Total validation, goosies, and all the things. Especially because, listen, let's pause for 1 sec. I'm going to keep you all on the edge of your seats here. Pause for 1 sec and talk about the energy of 2026, because we are leaving the year of the wood snake, and it was a year 9 of the 9-year cycle. So wood, very grounding element, and the snake shedding, going deep. It's like almost Scorpio energy, you know, and just that releasing, like seriously getting rid of all the old. It's almost like a Saturn returns, and how the stuff that you haven't dealt with and shed and let go of that you've been meant to. Life in the last year was like, bitch, we're done screwing around. It's time for you to figure that out. Dunk, 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 you know, and the little feathers tickling you to get going in a certain direction became like bricks to the face, right? That's that snake energy working for you. And it was also a year 9, which is the last year of the cycle, of the 9-year cycle. So it's also closing out stuff and releasing and letting go. So it's like a double whammy of that kind of energy. Now we're heading into the year 1 of the horse, and it's fire. So fire, transformative. Aries, Mars, action, like kind of energy. Then the horse, galloping, free spirit, charging ahead. And it's year 1, so it's an initiation. It is the beginning of a new chapter. For some people, it's going to feel like the beginning of a new book. So we are really getting some serious astrology happening, leading into this new calendar year and astrological cycles. And for Leo in particular, because I was just listening to Chani Nicholas on a podcast actually this afternoon before I had my 3-hour nap on my new couch, and it was really cool because she was talking about, because my daughter's a Leo sun and rising, and so she was talking about Leos are going to go through it like in the summer, not necessarily in a bad way. Towards the end of the summer, it's just extra transformative kind of energy for Leo particular, okay? So, blah, 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 blah. All that to say, this card jumped out for Leo, and it's one of my favorite cards. It's also the one that makes you all pee your pants a little, because it's the Death card. And the Death card is transformational energy. The sun in the distance is indicating there's change coming. It's transformational change coming that is good and positive and necessary, and that's the sun, okay? What makes this card gross and yucky and scary for people is their relationship with change. So if you're ready for the change and you're like, bring it, let's do it, I'm ready. Even, you know, whether it's, you consider it hard or easy, and change always, you know, inherently feels like, ugh, even when it's good change, because change can be difficult. But if you're just like, yeah, let's do it, it can be amazing start to finish. If you resist change and you're like, it's scary and hard and I don't want to do it, yuck, then it's going to suck. Even though the end result is amazing, the process is just so much more difficult than it needs to be. So the Death card is asking you to embrace change, despite the inherent discomfort that comes with any kind of change, because it's like a Band-Aid's coming off, okay? Leo in particular, Leo placements. It's like a Band-Aid's coming off. There's something better under there. So are you going to just go and rip it right off? Or are you going to be like a little kid going, ow, 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 feeling every little hair? You know, how you experience this card is very much up to you. So try and roll with the punches, try and be open to change. And yeah, if change terrifies you, you know, that's often universe like, okay, she still needs some opportunities to get good with that. So, and to practice it. So let's give her some more opportunities, you know? And it's not just, I don't think anyone is impervious to feeling the angst that can come with any kind of change. It's just how you handle it, how you reframe it, how quickly you can sort of pull yourself out of those dips into spirals, you know? That's where the message of this card can really help you. Go Leo, dang, it's gonna be a banger year for Leo. Okay, now we have Virgo. And oh, how I love my little Virgos. Virgo gets such a bad rap because everyone just thinks they're all clenchy, uptight perfectionists, you know, spreadsheet loving, anal retentive, and that all can be true. And also Virgos get shit done. You know, Virgos get things, they keep things running, you know, and running smoothly and efficiently. So Virgo energy is delicious. Just, you want to support the Virgo in you rather than, make it harder than it needs to be. Okay, so let's see. What do Virgos need to know for 2026? Oh, babes, you're gonna love. The Six of Swords, going from the rough water to the smooth. So where things have been rocky and rough and tumultuous, it's going to be more smooth sailing. And all the swords there, that's the fear, the worry, the doubt, the anxiety, 3 a.m, lying in bed, just going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's associated with that rough water, that's going to ease off as well. That's delicious. And you know how we're all in this dialogue, I'm just like talking. I was just saying that Virgo energy is great when it's like well supported. So Virgos, my Virgo honey bunnies, you need to facilitate this flow so you're not paddling backwards. Drink the water, go for the walk, move your body, breathe, eat a carrot, have some broccoli, breathe. Do things that can help facilitate this. Don't do anything to start paddling backwards, because that's not going to serve you well. But overall, and I know for the Virgos in my life, oh my God, that have dealt with the really difficult passings of loved ones, or really difficult financial binds, really difficult health challenges, to get this card, I'm just so happy for you, because I could cry, because it's just, love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Fantastic. Okay, yay. My Virgo stellium is listening, right? All the Virgos are just like, this is the best tarot reading ever. Okay, let's see. What's after Virgo? We got Libra. No, wait. Libra, right? Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Thanks, Prue. Prue's keeping the train on the tracks. Prue, are you Virgo? Prue's my VA. She's the one who emails all of you around readings and stuff and keeps things going. And God bless, if you don't have Virgo placements, I don't know. They're there in spirit with you. Oh, I'm so happy, Lisa. You just had a big exhale. I love it. Hey, Ever! Oh my God, all my faves here. Okay, let's see. What does Libra need to know for 2026? And the replay will be here. Just got Goosey's pulling this for you, Libras. The replay will be in the feed. And I'm going to try put it on YouTube now, because I am a YouTuber. I don't know if y'all have realized that. And monthly Terrascopes are over on the YouTube as well. On the YouTube, I'm talking like Archie Bunker. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, it's over on the YouTube. I just said it again. Oh boy, I still call a remote control a clicker. Who uses a remote control? Anyway, Libra, your card is the Star, and the Star is delicious. Oh, did you ever just miss Leo? It's going to be on the replay, but it's a banger, and I went on and on about it, so I'll send you a link to the replay after. But it was the Death card. But it really good. There's a lot of info with it. Anyway, the Star is another luck card. So yay, Libra, getting some luck. And again, it's not just here's all your luck. It's saying here's your lesson to help you harness that luck and really work with it. And the lesson of the Star is all about the role that destiny plays in our lives, and how the good and the bad and the ugly are all part of your path, and certain people, opportunities, experiences showing up for a reason and a season. People showing up to be the student, the mirror, the guide, the lesson. That opportunity showing up, that's your destiny. And then what you choose to do with it, because you have free will, is often up to you. So you can dance with it, ignore it, kick its ass, let it kick your ass, learn from it. But this card is saying, don't get too caught up in trying to figure out, what's the meaning, what's the purpose, what's the message of that. Instead, grab that lucky stardust, shove it in your pocket, hit the road, and go do your thing. And there's usually perspective down the road where you look back and go, okay, well, I guess I understand why that happened now. I get it. And we always want to know in advance rather than retrospect, and that's not how it works. I also want to go a little deeper, because why not? I have nowhere to be. With this card. And the Star is also reminding you of this. Okay, I'm in a full schwitz. I'm sweating talking about this. We're born alone and we die alone. But from the moment we're born to the moment we pass, it's like our souls join hands with other souls, whether it's parents, partners, teachers, lovers, friends. And we often walk side by side, hand in hand, start to finish. And sometimes it's twists and turns and you figure it out by the end. And every so often you go apart and find each other further along the path. But more often than not, it's like, you know what? Our work here is done. I'll catch you on the flip side. And what the star wants you to remember is that the path you are on is a singular path. You know, we are all on individual paths. You can't be pulling someone along your path or yanking them onto your path, even when it's obvious you know better, because it screws with their karma. And it's something I'm still having to learn this with my own kids. You know, even when it comes from a really loving and protective place, it can prolong or enlarge the lessons that other people need to learn when we try to carry the burden that is not ours to bear. Yeah? All we can do is have a hand out to say, hey, I'm here if you want to join hands with me and walk alongside me on our respective paths. But I can't pull you along your path. I can't yank you onto my path, and I will not wait. And do you see how understanding that idea that we can't be living everyone's lives for them, and the role that destiny and our free will play in life, understanding that on like a deep level is what helps you to tap into the luck that the star card is offering, right? Tarot's not screwing around. Tarot's like, Hierophant, who? Like, no, thank you. We're doing the star. We're bringing out the bangers, greatest hits. Love it. Okay, let's keep going. Libra. Okay, now I'm on Scorpio. God damn, it's like a test trying to keep track. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see. Anyway. What does Scorpio need to know for 2026? It was funny because I was thinking like, oh God, is it going to be some like cute little fun fluffy card for Scorpio? Nope. It is tactics. It is something to, keep in mind. Do you see how this guy's, this is very Scorpio coded. Do you see how he's tiptoeing away with his swords? When you have the Seven of Swords, it is telling you, in order to get your way and get what you want, remember that sometimes you need to be direct and assertive and to the point. And other times you need to be charming and subtle and diplomatic and kind of go through the side door instead of barreling through the front door. It's letting people think your idea is their idea. Or if you need group consensus, you let everyone have a say, everyone feels heard, everyone feels part of the process, and then you bring it around to where you want it to be. This card is asking you to be manipulative, which no problem, am I right? Not in a creepy Machiavellian way though, okay? So like pump the brakes on that kind of thinking. It's more being strategically sneaky. You know, it's good strategic PR. It's like, oh my God, that was such a great idea that you had, and it's really your idea. You know, it's that kind of idea. So just, and here's the thing, because it's Scorpio, to remember this lesson, and maybe it is just watching that you don't like dip into Machiavellian territory. You know, we're just going to be selectively sneaky. We're just going to discern when it's time to be like la 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 versus tact and diplomacy, and just, you know, to discern which approach is best when. Okay, like that. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Okay, ooh, Sag, right? Now we're on Sag. Yay. This is my rising. Love a Sag card. Let's see. And if I skip one and I screw it up, it's still going to be the sign that I say, because that's the one I'm concentrating on. All right. Let's see. Capricorn's next, Jen. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know for 2026? Oh, fuck. Okay. So, Page of Cups. Page of Cups this is going to sound very romance specific. It can absolutely apply to romance, but you'll see how it goes to every area of life. Page of Cups is saying you need to allow yourself to be more available, accessible, and vulnerable from a heart space, because you've had these walls up because they had a job to do, you know, and they did their job great, and they don't need to be there anymore. So you can take a bulldozer and just go right over them. And there's all this woo-woo stuff you can do. You know, put a crystal around your neck, go do a heart meditation, great. But from a practical point of view, we all need to do this, but Sag especially, just living life from a more wholehearted place, being more open-hearted, saying how you feel with no strings attached, or doing something for someone without expecting anything in return. Just from this place here, it doesn't mean you don't have boundaries and you're like, here I am, but from a like, it's just practical point of view, allowing yourself to be, for those people who've earned the right, who deserve to be in that inner sanctum, the walls can come down. And also with this card, and boy, oh boy, you guys, I've written this third book and it is a doozy, and it requires a lot of this in the writing of it, but also the potential publication of it, not potential, the assured publication of it, potential film adaptation of it, all the things. It's reminding you that vulnerability is a place of power and strength and growth. It is never shame or weakness or fear. You have to be brave to be vulnerable. Courage and vulnerability go hand in hand. It is putting yourself out there unapologetically, authentically yourself, knowing it's enough because you're enough as you are, needing nobody's permission. And this is the Brene Brown card. And I always tell people, maybe it's time for me to watch it too, to give A Call to Courage a watch on Netflix. It's been out forever, like years and years. And I've watched it every couple of years because it meets me in a different place every time. Brene Brown, if you're not familiar, social scientist, she's done more research than anyone else in the world, I think, on things like shame and vulnerability and leadership. And she is going to show you the way. She is going to show you how vulnerability is your superpower. And that is what is required, Sagittarius, for 2026. Dang it. All right. Message received. Okay. Okay, now, Capricorn. Let's do it. Cappy. Okay. And then after Capricorn, we're doing Aquarius and then Pisces. And then let's pull some cards for individuals. Okay. What does Capricorn need to know for 2026? Okay, this is very Capricorn coded. I don't know why y'all are, well, Capricorns, let me know. I have a lot of Caps in my life. And, okay, I know how this can apply. Because I'm like, this feels like something y'all are already doing very well for the most part. Justice, karmic justice, reminding you karma is the ebb and flow of the tide. What you're putting out is what you're getting back. So if you put out best efforts and best intentions, it will return to you. Not when you want, because we want it yesterday. It's not going to look how you thought it would, because it never does. That's where Capricorn needs to hear this. But it will return to you. And that goes for wealth, health, career, love, home, family, one or many areas of life. Okay, right? It's that very basic idea we need a reminder of sometimes, that output and effort is what yields results. Like if I go out on the Peloton for 8 hours a day, I'm getting in the best shape of my life, but then I'm popping Doritos the whole time, like that's getting reflected back to me. It's that very basic idea. And also that Capricorn is like, but it's true. I always say, for fuck's sake, I always say justice is like a farmer. But Capricorn's like a farmer too. That's why I was laughing. Justice is like a farmer. It's not sexy. There's no shortcuts. There's no gimmicks. It's just get up, show up, do the work, and then wait for that harvest to come in. Again, not when you want, won't look how you thought it would. And it's one of two cards in the deck. I call it Cranky Grandpa card, because it's this old man, like a Clint Eastwood voice in my head going, kid, get up, put your boots on, get to work. What the hell are you doing? Stop farting around. So it's like getting a little kick in the ass from yourself to yourself. Hilarious. So I think the key message is for Cap here to remember that it's not on your timeline. It's not on your desired outcome. It's just like, that's none of your business. That's not your business. Your business is the output and the effort and the intention. And also think about this in other areas of life, right? Because Capricorns can work really hard on certain things, often to the detriment of other areas of life. Like if life is the pie, and the work pie piece is like 3/4 of the pie. And then the personal wellness is like a teeny little sliver, and friends and family is a teeny little sliver, and health is a teeny little sliver, So just consider the message as it applies to all areas of life. That's how tarot's trolling you. Nicely done. Love it. All right, good one. Okay, now what are we on? We did Capricorn, Aquarius. Okay. Well, I'm starting to get the tarot dizzy, not dizzies, I don't want to worry you, just the tarot like flakies. Okay. Oh, Prue. Yeah, okay. If you didn't have Virgo, you've got Cap in you. I get it. That's why I love you. Okay, let's see, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for 2026? Ooh, nice one! Aquarius scored the luckiest card in the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. It is like a wave of good mojo coming up behind. You want to hop on and surf that wave. Don't let it wash over you, because then you have to, wait for the next wave. And for me, again, with the luck cards, we've had 3 of the 4 luck cards in this. Okay, 2026. Thank you. Received. Yes, love it. It's not just about the luck, it's about the lesson. So the lesson of the Wheel of Fortune is this. We all need to pay attention, but also Aquarius especially, and throw it in the comments if you're sun, moon, or rising, or third stellium to the left of the what. I'm not a professional astrologer, but I love astrology. Okay, the lesson is we are born at A and we die at B. And a lot of people go A to B, straight line, blinders on, head down like a passenger on a bus. This card is telling you, if you can be open to what's out there, you can have a very different path. So it is all about manifesting. But as I'm always saying, it's not the dinglings just sitting in front of a vision board with a picture of Disneyland, like, when am I going? When's it happening? It's not fairy godmother stuff. It's not like sushi a la carte order stuff. It is about being really clear and focused on your intention, and do the vision board or journal or daydream, whatever works for you. Follow up that clarity of intention with some inspired action. Just get baby steps going in that direction, and then forget the path. And don't focus on when or how, because again, that's not our business. Focus on what and why. Don't try and plan and plot and visualize all the steps, because it discounts all the magic. Instead, you want to say, okay, God, Buddha, universe, grandma, all the things. Here's what I want, and here's what I'm doing to get it. How are you going to help? What have you got for me? And be open to seeing stepping stones, synchronicities, clues, breadcrumbs that get you there or somewhere better you never could have imagined. And if you can be open to that kind of perspective of intention and inspired action, and then step back and let life respond, then instead of going A to B like this, now you're going A to B like this, or you're going A to B like this, but you're no longer the little passenger on the bus, now you're driving the bus. And when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it's saying, babe, you're on the bus. Are you going to be a passenger, or are you going to be a driver? And do you see how, first of all, understanding there's a bus and you're on it, and you can be a passenger or a driver, and the way to transition from one to the other is through the manifesting. That is how you tap into the luck that is available with this card. Danielle, this is your Aquarius card. You missed Capricorn. It was Justice. So there you go. I'm going to be posting this recording in my main feed too, so you can see it. So don't worry about that. Yeah, nice one. Okay, Aquarius, yay you. And then Pisces, and then let's pull a few cards and see what shows up. All right. Okay. I'm going to need a shower after this. I got the tarot sweats happening. All right, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for 2026? A gentle kick in the ass for Pisces. 3 of Wands. Wands are about passion, purpose, potential. He's looking over this valley like, that's where I'm going, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'll be. And this card is telling you any kind of intentions that you've set, or objectives or goals in any area of life, and haven't acted on it yet, it's time to get off your ass and get going, okay? It's time to start planning the work so you can work the plan. And here's what you need to remember. You do not have to jump on that far mountain on the first step, okay? You just have to get your toe on the path, knowing that you can then hop on a new path once you go. But you need to go. Otherwise, 10 years later, he's still sitting there going, yeah, that's where I'll go. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll be. As soon as that's done, that's ready, that's over, that's perfect, then I'll do it. And this card is saying, nuh-uh, baby steps count. And like Pisces, that's a good reminder. And we were just talking about manifesting, intention, inspired action, and then step back and let life respond. And the cards usually, I've got an itchy ear again. Itchy ears, like, we need to hear this, or maybe I need to hear this. I find that, when people get sick and everyone has their sort of weak link in the chain, like they'll get a sinus thing, or it's a throat thing, or a bladder infection or something. It's the same kind of thing with manifesting. I find of the 3 steps: intention, inspired action, and step back and let life respond. It's often we have one area that needs a little extra support. Like, I'm great at setting intentions, no problem taking action. Then I get impatient and go, ugh, forget it. Okay, how about this? Here's what I've done. Ugh, forget it. You know, and I've got all these half-baked things. That for years, that was me. So a card like this is the inspired action card, you see? And the Two of Wands, which is the card before, it's the same guy, only 2 sticks. He's holding a globe and he's like, where do I want to go? What do I want to be? That's the intention setting card. And then the Hanged Man is the patience card, the letting life happen, and also maybe 8 of Swords. So it's interesting that of the 3-step manifesting process, as I explain it, as I know it to be, as I've practiced, and like, God, all sorts of really cool things happening in my life as a result, this is step 2, even though it's the 3 of Wands, but it is the second step of manifesting that inspired action. So if that's something as a Pisces, with Pisces placements, this resonates with you, then you go put on your big girl undies and make some moves and like take some steps, and baby steps count. Like, we're not leaping over valleys on the first step. That can, do you see how that can be very daunting, right? And it can be a bit intimidating to be like, oh God, you know, how am I going to get to point, you know, Q? And it's like, babe, we're starting at A. Like, you don't have to jump to Q, just get to B. That's the message around this, okay? Yeah, I like that. Okay, Prue, I saw you were putting up little astrology emojis and messages. Thank you. Everyone, a round of applause to Prue, please, who just makes it all run so smoothly or keeps things going. Thank you for that, Prue. That was not necessary because we're all, you know, we're all adults and we can go and read the recording or ask in comments, but I appreciate you. Okay, let's pull a card for someone. You know what? I'm going to pull a card for Wendy Alana first. Wendy Alana photo. I'm going to do it now, Wendy, so I don't forget. Wendy takes amazing photography. I did my nudie photo shoot with Wendy, and she also did photos at the Soul Spa. So if you are in the GTA in Ontario or even anywhere else and you want to fly Wendy out, she's really, really good. So Wendy, pop your business in there if you're still here. And if you're not, I'll just tell you to look for the message after in the replay. But I'm just going to ask, what does Wendy need to know right now? Oh, nice. Okay, I'm actually going to pull a couple here because 10 of Wands is the easing of burdens, legging around this heavy load, and he's almost at his destination, telling you a burden you've been carrying, physical, financial, spiritual, or a combination, is going to be lifted. And when it's lifted, it's like, oh my God, I can breathe, you know, just feeling a lightness, beautiful easing of burdens. And that's delicious. And I pulled another card for you, Wendy, because I love you, and also because, like, well, how can we make this happen? How can we facilitate this? And then what showed up as a result is the star. And we've already talked about the star, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing like you in depth because we just talked about it for one of the signs. But, and Wendy, if you have any placements in whatever sign the star was in, I can't remember which one. See, don't have that retention. Then this card is really clunky on the head, but it's understanding the role of destiny in our lives and how the good and the bad and the ugly are part of your path, and certain people, opportunities, experiences showing up for a reason in a season. What you choose to do with it is up to you because you have free will, and we're not here to be living everyone's lives for them. We are here to be holding hands with each other as we walk down our respective paths. And once we understand that we don't need to be living everyone's life for them, and also the role that destiny and free will play in our lives, that's what's helping you tap into the luck available with this card and to help you with that easing of burdens. Because do you see how tarot loves to be like, oh, you like that? You want that? Here's the work. Or you like that? You know, don't screw it up. So to help facilitate this, you need to do this. Boom. Oh, the star was Libra. Thanks, Ellen. Okay. Let's see. Okay, listen, again, like I said, I'm not going to be able to do everyone, but I'll bang a few out. How about... I'm going to say Plain Jane. I see Plain Jane 75. And all I'm asking is what y'all need to know right now, because we don't know, it'll take too long to try and get specific questions asked. I don't like calling you Plain Jane, but okay, what does Jane 75 need to know right now? Okay. You got the Page of Swords, which we also have had to date, which is telling you to zip it and be discerning and discreet with who you share information with and the kind of information you share, or it'll come back and bite you in the ass. You know, just watch that you're not talking out of turn. mind your P's and Q's. It's not saying something bad will happen, just something bad could happen if there's ba, 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 ba. So just be really discreet with the information you're sharing and discerning with who you share it with. And when in doubt, just zip it. Don't be telling people stuff if it's not their business. Make it a need to know basis. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, I see Sana Meki. I'm gonna do that. Okay. And then I'm gonna do new cybersol. Okay, Sana, what does Sana need to know right now? Sana, listen, 4 of Cups. Do you see? Cups are all about love and abundance, all this good stuff. And he's even being offered one like poof, magically. And the look on his face is going, oh, whatever with the cups. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this. I gotta do that. The 4 of Cups is asking for presence. It's asking for you to be grounded in now, to not be marinating in the past, focusing on regrets. And if you're doing that, we're burning our shit on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Instagram Live. Don't be living in the future that hasn't happened yet. That's anxiety. Be in the moment. Avoid grass is greener thinking or the if-then thinking. Like, if only this would happen, then we could do it. Or when that happens, then I'll be able to because 10 years later, you could still be going one day, just daydreaming your life away. So it's asking you to be grounded. We often get stuck lamenting the past, fantasizing about the future because we want to ignore whatever this is we don't want to deal with. And it is another it's the second cranky grandpa card in the deck along with Justice, where it's the old man voice going, kid, come on, what are you doing? Get going. So it's the kick in the ass from yourself to yourself. The easiest way to access this state is mindfulness. So yoga, breathing, whatever your thing is. Okay. You can do that. I think it was new cybersol is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm thinking about that. I say Paul. Okay. New cybersol needs to know right now. All right. 9 of Swords. This doesn't look great. This is stress and worry and anxiety, 3 a.m, lying in bed. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And this card actually offers you a really nice reframe because it's telling you to watch that you're not making mountains out of molehills. Watch that you are not making things 90% bigger in your head than they really are. It is the 3 a.m. spiral that we all get in from time to time. And I always tell people the underlying message of this card, is get your head out of your ass, which is difficult when you're in the eye of your storm because your storm is your storm, and this card is in no way diminishing or devaluing your storm. What it's doing is reminding you that the things that keep us up, stressed and worrying and freaking out at 3 a.m, rarely feel as dire or as scary at 3 p.m. So just keeping that perspective in mind, yeah, I like that for you. I like that for you. So just think of my voice in your head being like, is this 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. thinking that I'm doing? Also, I would be remiss if I did not mention Big Deck Energy, the life-changing magic of tarot. This book, you can give yourself tarot readings, right? And you can, even if you can order it anywhere. It's available on shelves in Canada, but like Barnes & Noble, everywhere, it's everywhere. You can get it online, Target, all of it. You just say like, okay, what do I need to know right now? And then it's like, oh, okay, my card is the Queen of Swords. And then it's very much written every word by me. I don't use ghostwriters ever. And so it's in my voice. It's as if I'm talking to you. So and I will sometimes touch upon the Tarot 101 of it all, but I also drill down into what's evolved for me over time. So just wanted to give a little plug for my baby BDE about that. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see. Lucky Heart 20, let's do it. Okay. Lucky Heart 20. What does she need to know? Or what does Lucky Heart 20 need to know right now? Ooh, the Magician, Master Manifestor. He's got infinite power overhead. I'm the Magician. I can do anything. And it's telling you, he's got all those tools before him. It's saying, you can create the life you want to a large extent, but you have to believe you can do it and then get off your ass and do it. Otherwise, 10 years later, he's still like, I'm the Magician, I could do anything, and he hasn't picked up the tools. It's a waste of magic. So again, manifesting, just like we talked about with Wheel of Fortune. It's about having clarity of intention, following it up with that inspired action, and then stepping back and letting life unfold. And if you can step into that or look at life through that perspective, through that lens, that's how you step into this magician energy. And people often get a reading, they're like, they're looking for a blueprint. It's like, I'll work hard, I'll do whatever it takes, I just need to know what it is. And they're looking for that blueprint, that plan. And the magician is just reminding you, there's never going to be a blueprint. There never was, never will be, but there will be breadcrumbs. There are always breadcrumbs. So make sure that you're looking for breadcrumbs over blueprints. No, fuck, zip it, rescind. You're looking for blueprints, not breadcrumbs, as you manifest with intention and inspired action, and then step back and let life unfold. Yeah? Good one. All right. Let's do a few more. I'll go till 9, okay? And also, if any of you are like real tarot heads and you want to go really deep with tarot, I'm doing a tarot intensive, which will be live 2 hours every week for 6 weeks in the new year. It's in March. After March break into early May. And it is going to be deep, deep stuff. Like, we're not learning just definitions, because also, P.S., ask me the 7 of Swords. I don't know which one the 7 of Swords is. I have no clue. I could not pick it out of a lineup. Like, I can't describe what is the 7 of Swords. I don't know that. I've had this deck 35 plus years. You show me 7 of Swords, I'm going to talk about 7 of Swords. It's not about memorizing interpretations. It's about developing your own dialogue with your deck, and that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be getting like deep into working together, how to tease out the message of a card, how to put cards together in a spread, even if it's 3 cards or 2 cards. That can be an amazing combination of messages coming at you. So if you're interested in that, please DM me, or better yet, go on my website, tarotlori.com, and sign up for my newsletter, or send an email just to admin@tarotlori.com, and we'll add you to the list to let you know when applications are opening. I'm having people apply for it rather than just signing up, because I want to make sure you know what you're getting into, because it's an investment, and it is going to be, like I said, this is going beyond, like, if you want to just know tarot interpretations, pick up the book or Google. This is more learning how to really hone and develop your own unique way of connecting with your cards. It's going to be very exciting. I've got goosies just talking about it. Okay, who am I giving a dealio to? I am going to say that I'm scrolling up a little bit. Ellen Gravy. I'm going to pull a card for you. What does Ellen need to know for 2026? Whoops. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. We got the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords. That's the 2 of Cups. We got the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. Sign up for my work. Sign up for my intensive. Oh, brother. The 2 of Cups is one of the cards. My readings are always very forward facing. This is one of the few cards in the deck that can help you reframe the past, so you can also recalibrate and move forward less burdened. Just keep that in mind as I tell you about this message, because the 2 of Cups, it's a soulmate connection card. It looks like husband and wife. It can be parent and child, good friends, colleagues. It's those people you have a connection, like, this isn't the first time at the dance for us, And when this card shows up, it's asking you to rethink the role of a soulmate, right? So when I talk about soulmates of any kind, but especially romantic, I'm not talking about schmoopy rom-com champagne and roses bullshit. I'm talking about 2 souls coming together because you have work to do, because you are here to be the teacher and the student and the guide and the mirror and the lesson, and that is very essential and meaningful and intimate and sometimes difficult work. And some of our worst enemies can be our soulmates. That's where some of the juiciest growth comes from. And you see how reframing the idea of a soulmate through that lens can be very relieving. It can be an unburdening to be like, oh, class was in session. That's what that was about, and sometimes it's a community college course that meets once a week, and sometimes it's a double PhD, but there's a reason and a season for these souls being brought together. And sometimes we know what that is right away. Sometimes it takes a minute, but there's usually a perspective down the road again where you can be like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. I understand. And we always want to know in advance rather than in retrospect. And that's not how it works. Okay. How about Royerwe? Royerwe. We're going to do you. I'm just going to say Royerwe. Oh, Happy New Year from Scotland. Yay. I did New Year's in Scotland. I did New Year's in Edinburgh years ago, and it was fun back in the day. Okay. Royer. What does Royer need to know right now? Okay, Chariot. Big choices. Now, Chariot, Tarot 101, it's about triumph winning. He's like the gladiator in the Colosseum, roses being thrown at him. For me, it goes upstream from that about big choices needing to be made to help assure that success. He has a beast in each hand. They're going in different directions. If he doesn't figure it out, he's going to be ripped in two. It's asking for you to, when it comes to big, weighty choices, do not be all head and logical and think it to death. Do not be all emotional and feel it all. Let your gut have a say, but don't be all gut either. Let your intuition, your intellect, your emotion all be a part of that decision-making process. And if you're ever at a crossroads, like, is it this, is it that? I don't know, what am I doing? Take a minute to just ground yourself in breath, close your eyes, and visualize each path. Make it a visceral daydream. What am I wearing? Oh, the dog is barking. When you're in each one, you just kind of check in with your body. How does this one feel? How does that one feel? Because your body will give you clues. One will feel better or less yucky than the other. So just tap into how your body's feeling when you immerse yourself in each one. That will help guide you to making the right decision. Got it? Okay, good. Okay, Witchy Ways 111. You're going to be the last one. And then I'll pull a card for the group, okay? But I'm starting to, my voice starting to go a bit because I unplugged my humidifier, because when I tell you, I have not had to use a humidifier really in my life ever, and I just learned about descaling today. Ugh, disgusting. So my humidifier is drying after a thorough cleansing, and so my voice is going. Anyway, Witchy Ways 111, what do we need to know for you? What a banger card. 9 of Coins. Look at this, babe. Traditional Tarot 101. She's extra money. She's discretionary income. She's like, we're getting the 5-ply toilet paper because we're super fancy now. For me, this babe is you. She has her falcon, her land, her money. She's, her robes. She is alone without being lonely. She is self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent. Her vibe is very much like, listen, if I'm with you, it's because I want to be, not because I need to be. I don't need all of you telling me I'm great. I know I'm great. She gets that validation and fulfillment from within. She doesn't need to go seeking it externally. And so the 9 of Coins, when it shows up, is saying you need to be embodying this energy more. You're on the path to doing it, but keep going because you're not there yet. And P.S., we never get there. It's the fullest expression of your divine feminine and all of the strength that comes with that. So it's this really like baller energy that you want to be stepping into more, and also you're like already doing it, but keep doing it, because that is the play, that is the move. I just saw a question about the Tarot Intensive. I'll be launching it. I'm working on it over the next few days. I'm going to be launching it like on the website and the applications and stuff in January, and then it will be happening the last half of March into early May. It's 6 weeks, 2 hours every week. Yeah, I think you're going to get a little certificate at the end and everything. It's going to be intense. It's an intensive, not to intimidate you, but just like, it's not a fluffy little, what does the tower mean? Because you can get that online for free. Why would I do that? But it's like, okay, you get the Tower and the Page of Cups and the Fool and the Six of Swords. How does that work together? How do we put a reading together with that kind of stuff? Anyway, let's pull a card for the collective. And then also, as I said earlier, it really means a lot when you shout me out on social media or tell your friends about me, tell your friends about readings, get the book out of the library. Follow me, subscribe on YouTube, because I'm a YouTuber now. I don't know if I told you. That's where the tarot, the monthly tarot scopes are. It really means a lot. It really makes a difference. So thank you, because my goal is to, as Tarot trolled me today with that Page of Cups, is to really put myself out there in big ways this year and get these tools in the hands of as many people as possible. Also, we are burning our shit on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Instagram Live. So show up for that. That will be in the main feed as well after if you miss it. And this will be as well. And share this with people too. Like, send people the link to do this. Wait, is there a spread you would recommend for New Year's Eve? Just pull a card, man. Pull a card for the coming year. Don't be getting into the Celtic cross. I mean, if the Celtic cross blows your skirt up, go nuts. But that thing gives me heartburn. I hate the Celtic cross. I have never enjoyed it. And when I did research into it for this big boy, I learned that, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, what does this gorgeous group of souls need to know? Any last message before we depart for the night? Okay. This is the most 2025 coded card we could have gotten. this, when you first see it, you're going to be like, why didn't she stop the last card with the lady with the bird and it was all great? Because it looks really like dire. And listen, here's what I want you to know about this card. So this is a message for all of us, okay? And you need to understand that it looks, but it gives you a really nice reframe, all right? And I find it weirdly reassuring. Oh my God, my phone is like, aren't you supposed to be in bed? It's got that little like, you're usually in bed by now message. Anyway, our parting message for everyone, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, that's not looking great. And that's because the Three of Swords is heartache and heartbreak and grief and emotional fragility and having a tender heart. It is things, you know, it was COVID for all of us. It can be like literal grief. It is 2025. Like a lot of people experienced a lot of this in the last year. And it's where things that normally would just roll off your back, no big deal, instead start to stick, and you go, I can't do it anymore, and you need a bath and a drink and a cry, and you come out going, I'm fine, but like you're not fine. And the Three of Swords is actually reassuring you, saying, hey, this is not forever stuff, okay? This is not big deal stuff you can't handle. This is a rain cloud overhead just slooshing down on you. You know, and it feels like a tsunami when you're under it. And the Three of Swords is telling you that rain cloud is going to be dissipating on its own at some point, or at some point we look up and go, oh, it's just a rain cloud, and you just leave it behind. Just watch as you're navigating whatever this is, that we are not mistaking rain clouds for tsunamis. Okay? It's not like that. See, I don't know the number again. Is it the Nine of Swords where the lady's like, ugh, and all the swords behind her? See, I really don't know the names of the cards, but P.S. sign up for my intensive. It's worth it. But this isn't saying it's nothing. It's just saying, watch, you're not making it worse than it has to be. It's acknowledging your grief and just feeling that the world is like collapsing from under you, and that is valid and that is true, and you can withstand it, even if you don't think you can, and it's not forever. It just feels like it when you're in it. So take care of your tender hearts, and let's see what 2026 has to show us, because this is 2025. This is snake, 9-year, year 9 kind of energy. And we are going into fire horse energy. So, yeah. Thanks for coming to hang out, guys. Happy New Year. I would stand longer, but I feel like I can tell when my voice starts to go. I gotta go plug in my descaled humidifier. And tomorrow, the tarot scopes will be up on YouTube. And also, I'm doing this now. I think I'm going to do it moving forward if y'all like it. I did an energy reading around all of the, like a recap of all of the cards, like for all the signs in January. And then like a really cool little recap of how the energy is working with the cards. Like it's really cool when you put them out together and then start. It's like red string theory about, you know, how all the fire signs are this and the air signs are this, and how the readings were split down the middle in terms of like a message for like an overarching theme for one half and an overarching theme for the other half. It was really cool. So there's an energy reading that's a bit longer. It's like, I don't know, 10 minutes. That's also going to be on YouTube, so you can sign up for that. Anyway, thanks for coming to hang out. Yeah, on YouTube, I'm just Google Tarot Lori. You'll find me. And I think the link's in my bio here on the Instagram of it all too. Happy New Year, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.